Hi, welcome back to On Bible with Janet. And this time I'm going to share my testimony, a little bit of my testimony. And but before that, I'm going to read Psalm 119. I will not read every, all the verses, all the passages in Psalm 119 because it is long. It is long. It's very long passage. So it is until 178 plus something verses. So I just get the verses that it speaks to me. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can read together before I'm going to share my testimony. A little bit for introduction of my testimony. So okay, I wanted to share my screen and yeah. So this one, I love this. I hold these verses to my life because it inspires me. It keeps me reminding me. God's always reminding me every time I look and read the Bible, and every day in my life reading His Word. So this verses and passage in Psalm 119 speaks to me. So I'm going to read. It says, I titled that, Teach me, O Lord, give me understanding. Teach me, O Lord, give me understanding. I titled this because it is the big point in this in Psalm 19 in my understanding. So yeah, so I'm going to read. Blessed are those who keep His testimonies, who seek Him. Him is God with their whole heart. With their means us, who are seriously, uh, walking with God. So verse 4, you have commanded your precept to be kept diligently. Oh, that my ways may be steadfast in keeping your statutes. Then I shall not be put to shame. Having my eyes fixed on your commandments, I will praise you with an upright heart when I learn your righteous rules. Your testimonies are my delights. They are my counselors. Make me understand the way of your precepts, and I will meditate on your wondrous works. Put false away from me and graciously teach me your law. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. I set your rules before me. I cling to your testimony, O Lord. Teach me, O Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will keep it to the end. Give me understanding that I may keep your law and observe it with my whole heart. I will keep your law continually forever and ever. Amen. So, yeah, I believe, and you too might be realized that when we trying to walk with God, it's very difficult, right? But we have this Holy Spirit that reminds us that God give us instruction from His words for us as our guide, as our guidance with our daily lives. So the testimony that I'm going to share is when I went to Japan. Yeah. So, but anyway, the house that I have right now is the fruit of my work in Japan. This is, I don't want to say anything about how the way others work in Japan, but I proudly say that I able to work in Japan. And during my work in Japan, I am not a Christian yet because I am not a Christian. Though I pray, my mom taught us to pray, or actually she didn't. She just said, she always said that just pray to God, because we are very poor before. If we don't have house before, and we keep on renting house, but the landlord will kick us out, kick us away, because we cannot pay sometimes our bill monthly. So anyway, I don't want to have testimony about my father or what he's doing, because this is not my father's testimony. This is my testimony. So, and even my mom, I will not share their testimony in my testimony. Just maybe only the things that the reason I am like this, who I am, because of what my mom inspires me when I was young. So my system before I built this house, one time, year 1999, I received a visa from Japan, and from my agency, I should say, from my agency, telling me that I'm going to Japan. And then because during that time we don't have a house, so by that time, when my visa arrived, first thing that I did is call to my mom, because I have this kind of dream. I mean, not dreaming, sleeping. Okay, my hope, I should say. I have this hope. I have this daydreaming. That one day we can have a house to stay. That we cannot pay bills monthly. And that's my. So when I received the visa from my agency, telling me that my visa has arrived from Japan, so I contacted with my mom. And then when I called to my mom, without knowing, my mom is on the street. They are walking back from the market. They are walking back to go to what they were staying before. And you know what I said? I said, Mom, the visa is already arrived, going to Japan. At last, we were my first thing to do is to build a house for us. We at last we can build a house for us. When I say that, my sister Emily, which is during that time my mom with her, uh, you know, uh, my sister is with my mom. We went to the market, and on the way going to the place that they were living before. And then my mom just suddenly shaking. Her knees cannot walk. She's surprised and have hopeful, so hopeful that one day we can have a house, because that's my mom's dream. So my mom's dream is my self dream also. So my mom inspires me to build, to have to have a dream to build a house. So I said, oh mom, just pray that I am not a Christian during that time, okay? But my mom taught us how to pray. No, not how to pray again. My mom, I always heard my mom telling us, pray, pray, just pray that God give us long life, that God taking care of us. Pray, 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 pray. So I already prayed, that I don't know. If I realize this time, I really don't know to whom I pray. I just prayed God. But I just noticed this time that the Muslim have God, the Jehovah Witness have God, but it's not the same God. So anyway, that's aside. That's put that aside, because that's not the point of this video. It's all my testimony. So my mom shaking and telling me later on, but she did not told me during that time. But later on, when I preparing my things and going to Japan, and And someday some of the day or someday I called her, and we starting, I already started cultivating the staff, or the carpenters already working this place. And then my mom telling me, said that, during that time when you call me, I can't walk. I was shaking. She was shaking. She's not afraid, but she's like excited. And my sister Emily also telling me that, yes, that's true. I am with her when I called. So, well, so I it's really, it makes me more excited or more inspired to really to finish this house. So all my money that I my salary in Japan is only in this house. So I have little bit money to keep for myself, but that's for the payment of my uh to the landlord for the condominium that I stayed in Manila. Because when I'm going to Japan, I have many things. I have appliances, I have things inside my house, and I don't know where to put. So I keep that unit in Tandang Sora. A mini condominium somewhere in Tandang Sora. I keep all my things there. And I have this person, a special friend of mine, to looking at it, to just, clean every like once a week. So uh him and his friend trying to look at my condominium, my unit. So every time I going back from Japan, because Japan is only you can your visa is only for 6 months, and after 6 months you're going back to the Philippines. And when you are in the Philippines, waiting again for another application for visa, going back to Japan. So that's the life of being entertainer in Japan. So I have this group. We have uh, five or four. I think I forgot already. It's been a long time. I was 29 years old by that time. 29 years old. So how old am I now? But anyway, so I have four or five, I think, and then we went to Japan. But I have this companion name. I don't want to name her real name, but I named her Ara. So Ara I you know I treated her like my youngest sister. So but anyway, so when I went to Japan, yeah, and then I built this house. Then not really totally finished, just little by little. Every time I have money, I have already saved to continue to work this house. So yeah, I start this house. It's year 2000, I think. Year 2000 I started cultivating building this house. So that's it. And I want to say Tagalog, pag-aabangan ang susunod na testimony. Just click the subscribe, and you know click the notification, the bell, so that you will be notified my next testimony. I will go through this testimony the way I was in Japan, in China, in Shanghai, China, and in Hong Kong, and how this house happening. There's many things happen in this house, and I want you to follow my series about my testimony for you able to conclude, what should I do next? What should I do? Why this is happen? What should I do? So that you can have an advice. And also, if you have opinion of like I was working in Japan, or you have any question, you can write it down, and I'm trying to answer it, to communicate with you, uh, your to communicate with you in a way how I professionally working in Japan. I am not like, I don't want to say that I am, because, oh no, what should I say? I don't want to disgrade, that's what I said. I don't want to disgrade people that went to Japan, because not all are in the bad situation. I'm just so blessed that I am in this situation when I was in Japan. In additional thing, in Japan, the owner of the club that I working with is the owner trusting me to manage the club. Sometimes I cook, sometimes I went to I'm going to the cashier, I'm doing cashier, and the key, I am the one who's holding the key. So there's a time that when I went back to Philippines, the the club is closed, and it's just open when I came back. And then the owner handed back the keys that he used to, he used to do that when I am there. So I am just so blessed that I am in that situation. So I'm not, I am not a Christian during that time, but I really thank God, even though I am not a Christian during that time, I didn't know him, but God knows me. And I thank God for that. Especially now, I know him very well. I know my God very well. So yeah, so watch out for the next video about my testimony, and hope you will, hope you have something in your mind while I'm saying all what I've said this time. So I appreciate if you want to comment down there, and if you know me, the one, who knows, right, that I have many friends in Japan before, so maybe suddenly you can, you saw this video. So I hope you will, please let me know if I know you personally when I'm in Japan, so that you can testify that what I said is true. So yeah, for this time, please click this subscribe, and please subscribe and watch this video. So that's it. Bye. Have a blessed day.